Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Oh, it's been a minute, and now we're back again, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello, my lovely people. It's been a long week for me. Since I work overnights, I get the time to sit there and change shifts, like to educate and train people. So let's just say it's just been messing with my sleep really, really badly. I don't know. Sometimes I fall asleep for 2 hours and it'll feel like I'm fresh as a daisy. And then I'll fall asleep for maybe 6 hours and I feel like I can do another 12. It's just a real painstaking thing.
Okay.
Mike, you've been busy lately, right?
Yeah, my work schedule is about to start changing. It's overtime season. It's time for primary elections, so I'll be working 8 to 8 until beginning of June. So
Yikes! Ugh. I don't know how you can do it, bro. Like that whole thing.
Well, think about it. When I started my job, the second week we started overtime, and that was for the fucking presidency. So I was pretty much thrown into with the sharks right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm just looking forward to July because I'm on 3 weeks vacation, and I'm just waiting. I really am just waiting. It's needed. It's very much been needed.
Going anywhere?
I will be going to Puerto Rico.
Nice.
I will be going for a week. I am taking super producer Sally for her graduation gift is to Puerto Rico.
Beautiful.
I do not know how I'm going to act because I have not been on a plane since I was 13 years old. So I do not know how it's going to be like. Yes.
Really?
Well, behave yourself because you do not want to be arrested by people on the plane. So
I'm going to look
for these days.
I'm going to look for any kind of relaxing like supplements as possible to get me through it. So
knock yourself out. Whatever you have to do.
They serve drinks on the plane.
That's the hope. That's what I'm hoping for.
That's the issue.
Okay. Well, that could be the issue, but
oh my gosh!
Let's cross our fingers with that. So, kicking off the live stream, we are doing some recaps and some predictions for tonight. Forgot that a Battleground was on as well, going head to head with Double or Nothing. Is that good for wrestling?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what you like to watch, right?
If you have two TVs, good, I guess.
Doesn't it like take away from like the fandom? Like, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I'll be watching Double or Nothing, so
right.
You know.
Well, Jay, let's be real here. One show will be lasting until midnight. The other one will be over by 10 o'clock.
True, that is true. So.
When we talk about the match card lineup, NXT has 6, AEW has 10 so far. By the time we're done, 10 matches so far. 9 on the actual show, 1 on the buy-in. But by the time we're done, we'll have like 5 more matches added to the buy-in.
I never count those matches.
And then
just the main card.
And I think the other one you could actually watch it on a playback anyway. It's much easier to watch it on playback. You'll just go back on Peacock and watch it when you want to.
Yeah.
All right. So kicking it off, going into recap, Saturday night's main event. My opinion, some hits, some misses, but we'll talk about it on the rundown. So Mike, what we got so far when it came to look at that there. I'm
looking at you, sir.
Cool.
Why can't you guys do a good Saturday night's main event?
Yeah, there was some issues last night. So
What are these classified as? Like TV specials, or because it's not like a PLE?
No, they're specials. Exactly, they're TV specials.
But they definitely saw Battle of the Belt and said we can do better. Meanwhile, like nobody can do anything. Nobody can do it better.
No, and honestly, that crowd last night, I don't know if they were the elderly, but a lot of them were just not in. It didn't seem like they were in excitement mode.
What city were they in?
Tampa,
Florida.
Yeah, so I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way.
The venue looked nice though.
I guess. I mean,
that's the only highlight when I tuned in. I was like, oh look, it's a good looking venue. And then
to me, they all look the same anyway. You just they're just big, lots of seats, and they all look the same to me.
I mean, I saw all the people.
Wow, awesome. What do we got? What kicked off the night?
I think pretty much the best thing on the show was the opener. Was the tag match, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins. Where I always appreciate when new factions get together, they match. Like so, Breaker and Rollins had all black gear with like the very much like the gear stuff, like the SR and the Breaker stuff, like big dog type of stuff on the gear. You can see it as darkened.
I like that.
And Sami Zayn and CM Punk actually matched too with the color scheme on their gear too.
Yeah, apparently it was pro-Palestinian.
Okay.
Scheme, which much respect.
Yeah.
I thought Mike would know the reference to this. I thought the gear that Rollins and Braun Breaker came out in looked very much like Mutiny for the WWE 2K My Rise. They had like the whole black motif going on.
I mean, shit, the way people are acting today, there might be a mutiny against creative. We'll talk about that later on. But I mean, overall, the tag match was fine. And then let's jump straight to where Heyman pulls the foot of the referee. And then the camera's like behind Heyman. And in the far distance, we see some really big Australian jump the barricade and run towards CM Punk. And oh my God, it's Bronson Reed. He's back earlier than expected because I think people thought he was going to be back in the fall.
Yeah.
Back way earlier. And the same thing got distracted, got hit with a spear, and Breaker and Rollins wins. And then he's the third man, everybody. Because apparently there was a thing going into this match where who's the third man? And it's Bronson Reed. So they shook hands. So Rollins gave him a big hug, and then Braun and Bronson. Oh God, this is gonna be annoying for reviewers everywhere when it's gonna be Braun and Bronson when they shook hands. Then CM Punk tried to come at Paul Heyman, and then Bronson went up top for a tsunami splash and just crushed CM Punk. Which, all right, I can just imagine the big goofy smile on your face.
I mean, but did you see like when he cannonballed him when he first came into the ring again, and he was like on his hands and knees? I was like, yo, did he just blow out his knee on that? Because the way his legs kind of like crumbled underneath him, I was like, oh, here comes another injury on this guy.
Because as soon as he grabbed Heyman's legs, because as soon as he grabbed his legs, he wasn't like you said, hands and knees on.
And that cannonball was brutal.
It made it worse because you had Rollins and Breaker like hold his arms and legs down, so like, all midsection Bronson connected with that tsunami splash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are we going to be seeing that are they going to be the tag team known as the Braun Bros? Are we looking at the Braun Bros?
B&B? Yeah,
like I hope not.
I mean, I texted her. I was like, give these guys the tag belts now. So
no.
Yeah, this looks like it should. This should be a gimme by now. Was it shocking to see? The shock was for him to come back so soon. That's one thing. But was it shocking for him to align himself with Seth Rollins and this clan?
Yes. Because I want to see how they're going to explain this after he was basically killing Seth all last year.
Well. That was his last feud before he got hurt in War Games.
Exactly.
And Breaker had that face too, like he didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah,
too.
He was ready to confront him.
And Heyman had to be like he's one of us. He was like he has the same name as you. That's not what he said. But but Braun was like taken aback. Like wait a minute. Like I thought he had that feeling. Like wait, is he with us?
Right.
And if Bronson was going to come back, I maybe would have thought he'd be aligned with Solo with the new bloodline. Like I thought would continue on, but
from Survivor Series, right?
Right, but no, he's and pretty much everything with Seth and Bronson. That didn't happen apparently.
No, I mean they had to explain it because I mean that was a major storyline throughout 2024 because he kept constantly destroying Seth. So how do we go from him making Seth like a bloody pulp a few times into them now being aligned and hugging each other and all smiles?
I'm just hoping that we don't get this. If you can't beat them, join them. No. We need a little bit.
Now that you said it,
it's gonna happen.
I mean, maybe Paul Heyman definitely give him a call and said, "I'll give you money for if you want to be a bigger star. I know the way, sir."
I just hope it just give us something meaty. Give us something meaty. Like talk about them. I don't know. Not just have we called them and we bought them off. Like that's just so
cheap,
quick, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest thing to say is like maybe Paul called her and said, "Phil's taking your spot, brother."
I don't know.
Because that's who he targeted, and that's pretty much I think Punk's gonna be feuding with for the next couple months.
Yeah, because how do you explain? Like, how do you still like Bronson would have been like, all right, so if he's gonna do more damage to Seth, cool, fine, I'm with it. Like I don't know, it just seems. I don't know. I just want to see how they explain themselves out of this little conundrum.
I was looking forward to more of it to be a tag team as opposed as a single. I would have liked them to have maybe recruit a tag team so that you could get everything across all your titles across the board. You'll get your mid-card title, you'll get your tag team title, and then eventually you'll get the main title. I was hoping that it would come into that, but like you guys said, just give them the damn championships already. It's already a gimme.
It's kind of very much like Hurt Syndicate, right? When they came in, they were like, give them the belts. And they immediately did that.
Yeah, we should immediately recognize that that's already, that, as the kids would say, that's mad OP right there. It's like, that's overpowering right there, that tag team right there. So.
My face has turned into a logo.
And it's, right? And then it's like, to me, they still feel very tweener. Like they're supposed to be heels, the fans love them. Fans still love them, so you could pair them off with any tag team, right? You could have them face You have them face the War Raiders. You can have them. What other tag teams are in?
You got New Day, War Raiders. You got Judgment Day.
Yeah, like they could face any of them and just destroy them, and people will love it. And they can still be heels and love it.
Mm-hmm. Like pretty much, you asked about the Raw tag division. It's like, what tag division? They pretty much have 3 teams.
Yeah, you heard me. I was like, what other tag teams are there?
No, SmackDown is the one that's loaded with all the tag teams. Remember that.
You should just combine those belts already again. That was a
which, by the way, I was happy to see the Wyatts back. And you know what? Put them in the mix for the tag belts. I mean, they pretty much have a team in them. So
yeah. They could switch them around.
Also, they're still not called the Dangerous Alliance, or like this faction still doesn't have a name. Not like the Heyman family.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's just maybe. Because I mean, me and you have been pitching for Theory. Get this fucking young dude.
Yeah, man, give him something. He could be the mid card guy.
I mean, maybe Heyman's the one that can help Waller in Theory, like Doctor Bullshit off. Because they are a team, so.
I have a feeling that with Theory, they're gonna probably want to turn him face. They're already like alluding to it, so
that's true.
And you know, guy has.
Then take Waller. Then let him be the loudmouth of the group, where he talks some shit, and then they read and Breaker looking like shut up.
Yeah, like him and Seth can probably have really good chemistry because Seth's a big shit talker too. So 2 shit talkers in the group, and the 2 quiet guys like Bronson and Braun together, I think that'd be a good balance. I mean, you have Paul Heyman, also the biggest shit talker that there is, but
this is when it'd be perfect to bring Murphy back for this because he'd be perfect in the spot.
He ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So.
He's locked in. He's locked in. He
actually said he likes having to work in AEW separate from Rhea because they do their own thing.
Right.
Yeah. He's not overshadowed by her.
Next up, for the Women's United States Championship, we have Zelina Vega going up against Chelsea Green. Yeah. About this.
Can I speak first on this? Because
sure.
I really don't like being the mean one, but
you don't.
I really don't want to. But like, look. But first off, they fucking match. So what? There's a problem. Number one.
Yeah.
Why are they having all the women match in their ring gear all the time now? Like, who's? Is there nobody in the back saying, "Oh wait, you guys, you can't do this"?
It's like, you can get the memo, like, oh, I'm doing this color scheme tonight.
You know,
my whole thing is like, do they do like the whole Spider-Man meme where it's like,
not even.
You're wearing that tonight? Come on. I'd be pissed if I was a women's wrestler and like, I'm like, listen, I want to stand out.
I'm more like, I'm more American than you. Is this what the whole thing was?
This gives that vibe when you're going out with your girlfriends and you're matching with one of them. You're like, come on.
But the more important thing is we're spoiled so badly today with women's wrestling, where we've seen so many great women athletes do what they do.
Right.
And then you have Zelina out there doing not 619s, 619s, because this woman can do the whole move at all.
She did a 304.
It's like, it's nice that you won the belt. You took your pictures.
She did a 212. That's what the fuck she did.
718.
She did the old school area code for the city.
Yeah, she. I felt bad when I saw that. I was like, ooh, that was.
They should have called it audibles. They switched the belt. But the only thing was the finish was the only good thing, was the code right off the top, and that was the only good looking thing. Chelsea busted her nose for no reason.
Oh, shoot! I know when she sat up. Oh, but yeah, that match was extremely underwhelming.
Do you know how long that match was?
Too long for me.
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
All these matches were very short last night.
Yeah,
10 seconds too long for my liking.
The 10 seconds it took to set up that 619, right?
Look, like you said, the best part of that match was the ending, and it sucks because like I love Chelsea. She just didn't have a great night last night.
She tried to catch up.
She tried, but
I don't really think it was her. And no, not to take away anything from Zelina. She just was having an off night.
Right.
But it's just like when you see Julia, Steffi Faker, Jordan Grace, like all these great women's wrestlers, and they like Zelina's not on their level, unfortunately. She's still like ways beyond, or way like not up to their level. Where it's like, I'm waiting for Julia to take this belt away from her. Like let's go now. Let's switch the belts. You had your little moments, Zelina, where you got to bring the belt to where your father lies, which is a nice gesture. And
the experiment is over.
Yeah, we gave you your moment. Let's move on.
Yeah. Is she in Money in the Bank?
No.
No, she got eliminated. Right.
No.
There's only one spot left for the women on SmackDown. It's Jade, Nia, and Naomi Phil on SmackDown.
Yeah, like I said, it just it was what it was. 5 minutes, 10 seconds in, Zelina retains. Next up,
which was weird because they did two commercials. Like they're leading up to it twice. Like John Cena, Truth is next.
Right.
Commercial, come back. Here's the Legends. John Cena, Truth is coming up next. Like something happened. I don't know. But
they did prolong it for a tad.
Which I was thinking, like, is something going on? Are we about to see an angle? But we saw John Cena versus Ron Cena next. Because I mean, R-Truth came out as John Cena, music and all, entrance and all,
it was
gear and all.
It was cute.
I mean, once like R-Truth got in there, Cena blasted him. He did shoulder tackles, and then he had this moment where he was about to clock him with the belt, and then John Cena was like, "Oh no, like it's my friend R-Truth. I'm not going to do that." But gives the referee the belt, and not even 5 seconds later, a swift kick in the dick. AA 1, 2, 3. It's over. And
horrible match.
And this John Cena heel turn, this definitely needed him to beat the shit out of R-Truth for fun, But no, he just grabbed the belt and walked away. Well, he did him in the face with the belt, but that was all in.
How long was this match? Like 3 minutes?
Longer than the women's.
4 minutes and 25 seconds.
I mean, really, like I really expected a little more out of this match, you know? And when he got the pin so fast, I said, "You got to be kidding me! Like, come on."
Yeah, I didn't expect really much. I'm honestly believing that the real thing that's happening here with Cena is he's really gonna sell the douchebaggery shit as opposed to just going full on heel. That's the thing that's really like pissing me off about this.
Yeah.
We'll wait till we get into what he's doing next.
I don't.
That's later on, but we'll get into that later. But I mean, also let's be honest here. Did we honestly think we're gonna get a competitive match between Cena and R-Truth?
No.
Where R-Truth for the past decade has been a goofball.
Well, can we at least get 10 minutes out of this? It's a world title match,
right?
Well, thank God it wasn't a title match. It was not a title.
It wasn't a title match. It was non-title. Oh, even worse.
Why are you gonna waste a title match on R-Truth?
Well, first of all, we barely get to see Cena in the first place defending the belt. Make him defend the damn belt.
Yeah, but at least give it a reason.
He's got what, 20 more freaking appearances to go? Come on.
23, yeah. I mean, he's gonna be on SmackDown next week, but we never know what he's gonna talk about. But
what a waste of a waste of time period for both of them. If that was the case.
Listen, regardless of what you think, and even the fact of you're saying waste a title match on R-Truth, remember R-Truth is the most decorated WWE champion of all time. Remember, he's won the 24/7 belt like 49 times. So let's be clear. This is a Hall of Famer in the making here. Come on.
You know, like Ron's a talented guy. He really is.
Yeah.
They could have put a decent 10-minute match instead of him basically getting squashed.
Yeah. But just unfortunately, the way Truth's been booked, like, people are not going to... I mean, let me ask you, if the belt was on the line, did you honestly think he would win the fucking thing?
He would win it, but either way, at least give the illusion that he had a chance. I always say that. Just give the illusion.
Did we share in a group chat the story that another podcast had was having R-Truth win the title, get a feel good moment for like a week, and then Cena takes it back. Cena
can get number 18,
right, and make sure he distanced himself from Flair.
That would have been hilarious.
But did you hear now that AEW is now claiming that Ric Flair is a 21-time champion? That
number is all over the place.
I mean, I thought it was 23, but if you want to say 21, go for 21.
Go for it, right?
Fuck it.
It's a median right there, you know.
and Jerry Lawler sitting on the side going, "What? My title don't count? Hello? My 100 and something titles don't count."
Your record is more horrible. We don't want to acknowledge a damn thing with you, Jerry. But we'll take the alcoholic though.
All right. Cena gets the win here at 425, which leads us up to the steel cage match with Damian Priest going head to head with Drew McIntyre.
Drew's injury, I really didn't expect much, honestly, with him being hurt still from Backlash, which was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Him hitting his head off the fucking concrete floor.
Yeah.
And now with him taking time off. I mean, Damian Priest needed this. This was the obvious win.
It's underwhelming the way it happened.
And you gotta love Jesse Ventura on commentary. He goes, "You win by leaving through the damn door. You don't go over the top."
No, what was it that he said? He said, "Would you like the limo driver to come pull you open the door?"
No, I agree. I really expected a little more climactic ending, like climbing over the top rope. Or I thought he was going to go back in the ring when he looked back and beat the shit out of him a little bit more and then leave the ring. That would have made it a little more... It just felt very like, okay, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm going home.
Do the choke slam off the top rope. I mean,
something.
At least make it more clear that Drew's gonna be more off. I mean, they did the concerto spot just to clarify that you're gone for a couple of months.
Fine. Yeah. He could have got the pin too if he wanted to.
The build-up was more bigger than the match itself. You know, especially the night before on SmackDown, they were all over each other. I'm gonna put you in the hospital tomorrow night, but tonight I want my pound of flesh. I was like, okay, like I was like,
right.
I was excited for this, and especially with a steel cage match, it's like, yeah, you want. There's a reason for this to happen.
Also, saying this main event, you can't pull out the blue cage.
Right?
The classic.
Cool.
Well, like if you're gonna go old school, go old school.
Do it
That
all
is
the way.
true, right?
I mean,
That is
shit.
true.
But
I was very surprised. I'm sorry. I was very surprised they used the one of the women referees inside the cage.
Right. All right.
I'm not surprised by that.
I heard it was a real pain in the ass to fucking put together that blue cage. That's why they shied away from it.
But they could have made a new one that's easier to put together because the ring is way bigger now than it was 30, 40 years ago.
You want to learn something recently about the blue cage? Is that you remember the Punjabi prison structure?
Mm-hmm.
That the inner cage is the blue cage, just covered in bamboo.
Right.
So imagine hitting that stupid thing with blue bars and fucking real bamboo.
Yeah,
that
was a jungle gym cage.
Right. The Jumanji escape cage. That's
they had swings on the fucking outside. You could swing from one part to the cage.
That's one of those matches that we hope never to return, bro. I hope never to see that ever again.
Yeah.
So Damian Priest wins here. He's not going to Money in the Bank anyway. So what does he do now?
That's a good question.
U.S. title still?
I personally would love to see him get into a feud with Aleister Black. Because first of all, get Aleister away from the Miz, please.
Right. I think we might have seen something yesterday on SmackDown that pretty much
Nakamura might start something.
Right. I think we saw something there.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Right. Damian, yes, should be in the mix for the U.S. title. I think him and Jacob has some unfinished business still there.
Absolutely.
I think that works there, or possibly maybe him dancing with JC Mateo. What the fuck? Come on.
I mean, I like Jeff Cobb, but when they go face to face or face to nuts, it's gonna look awkward.
I'm gonna go mute for like 1 second.
All right.
Answer a call.
Okay. So, yeah, I think from here on out, Damian now has to forge ahead, and we have to find out now that his dance with McIntyre is put off for a little bit, where he goes. And still mid-card run. Maybe we see him have a 1-to-1 match with Cena. I doubt it. Don't think that although he is highly praised by the big wigs in the back, I don't see him getting that shot this year. I don't see it happening. But hopefully we keep him in the mix because he is still very much over.
Right. I mean, it'd be like, I think the idea with him going to SmackDown was the best idea. Could get him away from the Judgment Day, let him prove he could do everything on his own, and I think he could be the future of SmackDown if that's what they want. But
right
with him, he's not good. So he wins. He gets his big win with Drew. Like you said, a match with Cena might be like a Saturday Night's Main Event type of thing, though. Because I don't see SummerSlam or Survivor Series. And think about it, we only have a couple months with Cena. I mean, it's definitely a long shot if you want to say Damian Priest earns a WWE Championship match against them, but
right.
It just feels like United States mid-card until I feel like Damian Priest is not going to get anything big until next year, which is the sad part.
Hopefully they just at least keep him busy and keep him healthy so that he doesn't have to have too much to deal with. And finally, excuse me?
No, I'm just going to say, and you hear, I don't know if you have seen, in the news, how backstage is very happy with Damian's performances. Yeah. So let's see what happens.
And it's funny when he talks and he puts the Spanglish involved and he throws it in out. I always feel like that's for me. So I understand what the hell you're
yeah, I got you, bro.
It's like
I feel you, dude.
That's exactly how we get it. Like when we want to get angry. Oh yeah. You know what? Cabron, go over there. It's like just go over there.
I feel like they definitely want to give him the Undertaker, the new SmackDown leader type of role. where like he wants to be like the leader at that type of thing. Because I mean, there's a bunch of people you can work with on this roster.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think they. I hope they don't do a draft. Just do the window period thing where people come over. Because I mean, like I said,
apparently, like the draft is not going to happen as they say until around SummerSlam. So
yeah, they made no mention of it.
Yeah,
it's always a stupid idea though. But I mean, he's definitely. I would say keep him on SmackDown. There's no point in switching him back over to Raw. Like, it would be worthless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's he's as long as they don't get like the whole Teddy Long thing and everybody has to fight.
You're gonna go one-on-one.
The priest
against
the priest
with the Damien.
Then finally we closing out the night with the main event. The main event we had for the World Heavyweight Championship. Both these guys barely are breaking 225. Honestly, it's like heavyweight. I mean, okay, come on. We had Logan Paul coming in, challenging Jey Uso for the championship. You guys' thoughts?
I will say when there was an earlier segment where Cena confronted Jey, and then at the last time I forgot who mentioned it, but the last time we ran into each other was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Jay said it. I eliminated you.
And then John said, like, listen, I'm ruining wrestling right now. I can't wait till Logan beats your ass and we ruin wrestling together. But I was like, that was one of those like statements where it's like when I heard it, it was like a little chuckle, but there was also like, oh, like, it gave me a chill. It's like, oh,
dreadful.
But this is one of those things where I'm gonna say it was like, why does Jey have better chemistry with Logan than Gunther? It was better than I thought. Or at least better expectations were higher.
I would think because Logan and Jey have a very similar style in the ring, similar size, whereas Gunther is just very like plotting in the ring, chop, suplex, chop.
Wow.
Where these two guys can mix it up a little bit and move faster in the ring together and do, spots that neither one that Gunther could ever do with anybody. So.
And mind you, I was going into this thinking, wait, why is the winner of this going to challenge will face Gunther the night after Money in the Bank? But then at the end, I was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Jey found a way to change up his outfit a little bit.
I mean, he stopped wearing blue.
He had black and gold on. Yeah,
he changed up a little bit.
I mean, a little white. I mean, and Logan's wearing his usual yellow and black.
Yeah.
Representing Cleveland so well with the Pittsburgh colors. I mean, fuck it.
The thing that annoys me more is that they announce him from Puerto Rico. Oh, God.
Sickening.
It boils me.
I think the way they say it too is like raised in Cleveland, but like living in or residing in Puerto Rico.
It's ridiculous.
Just
because you look at him and you're like, yeah, Puerto Rico, okay.
Yeah, right. He just screamed Puerto Rico, right?
He's probably one of those people complaining about the coquis making too much noise.
Oh.
Yeah, you like that one, huh, Jay?
The one thing I'm looking forward to hearing when I get to the island, and then you got people who's like, "You think you could turn the noise down on that?
Can we spray them to death so they can shut up?
Can you do something about that? The fuck off, fucking assholes." So the match itself was.
Mike's like, what are they talking about?
I was about to be like, well, so if anybody thought Logan was going to win, they actually bet wrong because Jey Uso did retain here, but then John Cena reared his balding. Well, no, he fixed it, but
he got money, so he may not have got. He may or may not have gone to Turkey. We don't know, but because he got money because he could have done it locally.
Still looks weird physically and like, white as hell. You can see the veins in his arms, but he comes out, beats the shit out of Jey Uso, and then Cody Rhodes makes his spectacular return since WrestleMania.
He just so happened to be there.
Yeah, and he said this is so he beat Cena and Logan runoff, and then as Cody's about to cut his promo, we see an executive producer and like, let's go, hurry up, whatever story time you're about to start, finish it. And pretty much he said, listen, Cena, you got yourself a partner. I got myself a partner. I'll see you Money in the Bank. Bye. And the show's over.
Oh, okay. Why? Why are we doing that? Why?
Does Cena and Logan actually like each other? I mean,
listen.
People said they can't wait for the press conference though when like Jay and Cody get drunk again or whatever the hell they did the last time. That's all people looking forward to.
That was cute.
But is it about time that we said that? Because we said it about Tony Khan. Tony Khan had his 3-year window of booking excellent storylines, angles to get us to where we wanted to. Then after that, some may say that it's got a little bit flat. Can we now say the same for Triple H and his crew over here? Like, what are we doing?
Yes. I mean, I've been saying it for a while now. Oh, just waiting for everybody to catch up with me.
I think it's just definitely like since February, it's been very noticeable because. Also, can we put some issues with The Rock too? Can we blame The Rock a little bit too? Because somebody also said too, like not for nothing, with The Rock is the old regime is coming from Vince's storytelling. That's where he gets his booking from.
I don't even want to blame The Rock at this point because I've heard that they didn't want him around after that. That they didn't want him around. So how is that his fault?
Yeah,
but that's a Hunter TKO decision to not have him come back.
But that's a problem now, don't you think? Like with Triple H and The Rock, like booking philosophy, they're clashing. I mean, if The Rock goes on social media one more time and says, "I want Cody to turn heel," somebody just disable his fucking social media.
I agree with him. I want Cody to turn heel already.
If you can't do that and have Cena turn heel at the same time, like everybody can't be a heel.
How was that? He wanted Cody to turn heel. He didn't want John to turn heel. That was Triple H's idea. Now look how that's turned out.
So I was at the Seneca last night. We were watching it there, and I had a couple of people that were there. One of the bartenders, he's looking and he's like, this Cena thing, his bad guy. So even me trying to explain it, I was like, I can't even explain it properly because Cena himself is not really leaning into it for real. Like it's not organic. I
sold my soul to The Rock. Why? I'm not going to tell you.
But at the same time, it's like he's doing the retirement tour, and this is like everybody saying thank you to Cena while he's being a bad guy. It doesn't click. It doesn't make any sense. I think that they've hit a stumbling block there. The opportunity to make stars is there in their palm of their hands, and they're still relying on celebrity bullshit. And this is just what's bothering me. We're now hearing of talks that Travis Scott has been he's been in the PC, and they're lining up a match for him as well coming up. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Is this what we're doing?
I did text Ari. I said at least the same Travis Scott and the tag and match of Money in the Bank. At least it's Logan Paul. It's like a celebrity that we know who's competent enough to do a wrestling match. And it's going to be at least interesting to see if they tell a story there. But, I mean, this whole year, I think everybody had their plans out for, like, what does Cena do? Like, people was like, oh, maybe he has this one more match with Randy. He has one match with Punk before they go off into the sunset. Maybe AJ Styles. Because by December, Cody will get this belt back. And then it's like plans will resume with Cody as the face of the company.
I don't know. I think they should have just went with Cody turning Homelander and keeping John as face so that John could have had his fanfare. He could have still wrestled other faces for, like he still could have had the match with Randy as a legacy match. Yeah, still have his matches with faces as a, this is my tribute. I'm passing this on to you, even though I'm going to beat you. But yeah, they should have went with the Cody turning heel idea. They dropped having Cena as a heel did have potential in the beginning, but they have dropped the ball so badly with it by cutting out elements that were introduced, and then it never happened.
I would have had.
Well, there's two things to think. I'm sorry, Jay, I just want to say, but there's two factors for the Cena thing. It's like you can either blame the company or you can blame John Cena. You can blame Cena for hear me out. For the company, it's for their booking, but for Cena, it's also like he's limited on dates. He's not going to be here every week, so he has to capitalize. Okay, when he's here, what is he going to do? And I don't know if they're going to tell him to cut. Like, this is what you say. But,
right.
But like, I mean, like the first 3 weeks he came out, that was pretty much all him. And then we didn't see him until Mania, and then now we have this, where
Yeah.
Like where I do like the fact where he tells the ring announcer, like, no, better introduction. Let's go. Come on, you know the deal. Like I do appreciate that, but then it's also like the substance for what he's gonna say. It's good. It's all on him. Because I mean, he's been here for 25 years, and you're not gonna start writing promos for him. But maybe
I mean, I'm sure they give him guidance, like, listen, go in this direction, and he's probably like, man, I don't want to do this shit.
let me go. Like I tell you, as a fat kid in the front row, because I feel like
I know it's a cheap heat.
I would have done it, especially when and I probably mentioned this before. I would have done it the way we could have had, because he was already starting to get booed during this run. We'd have had Cody tease that he was leaning to the heel turn leading up to Mania.
And I felt like there was a little bit of that going on.
Right. And then at Mania is when we got the Cena heel turn, and that's when it popped off. That would have been not the shit that we got at Mania, that fucking finish. I would have preferred it to had gone that way, that you would have walked out of Mania going, holy shit, not only did John Cena get the 17th title, he's a fucking bad guy now. Like that would have been a bittersweet ending.
He went back on his laurels. The
right.
hustle,
and then,
loyalty,
then
respect.
But all the pomp and circumstance that he had with his so-called heelish promos would have started from then and there. But this is what we're getting now. So it's unfortunate. But that's going to wrap up our portion of Saturday night's main event recap, leading into NXT Battleground. I even forgot that this thing was on. I so forgot that.
I don't really follow NXT that much, just besides things I read online, little clips. But
I
had no idea that this was going on at all.
You can still play along.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know everybody more or less.
More or less.
I know more or less like what the women's division there is doing more than the men's.
I mean, last night too, we did get confirmation. Allegedly, this is the main event for Worlds Collide on the day of Money in the Bank. That's going to be Vikingo, or Michael called them Vikingo, Vykingo.
Fuck, dude.
But it's Vikingo versus Chad.
Wait a minute, wait, what? What did you say? A Y was in there?
Michael was pronounced it with a Y. It was like Vikingo.
I
he says it English way and as O at the end.
Oh, okay. I thought that he changed. I thought they changed his name. I was like, oh, don't fuck around.
I would be so mad. Oh.
No, they're calling him El Hijo del Vikingo. But Michael Cole was pronouncing it Vikingo.
Vikingo. He said it like 3 times, and I think
McAfee said it correctly.
Said it too, but that he said it correctly, right?
Like, what the hell are you two doing?
Well, so far the matches that we heard, what was it? Just 2 so far?
Yeah.
We're gonna see Psycho Clown in the WWE ring.
Right. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be crazy. You're gonna see.
I never see him again either.
one grand opening, grand closing for him is gonna be in and out.
Never bring him back.
But yeah, so far okay. I'm interested. So opening up for NXT Battleground, we have Hank and Tank. And Josh Briggs going against the Culling. I like the fact that
Brooks Jensen, Nico Vance, and Sean Spears.
I like that Sean Spears has something going on with him here.
But if we're trying to get Ari to watch NXT, like how do we describe his character? I mean, because he has the chair from his AEW days,
right?
He's talking, but he talks in riddles.
Right.
He's like if I lose, you lose. If I win, you lose. Like the fuck you talking about, buddy?
Yeah, he's very cryptic. His promos, it's very Ultimate Warrior-ish sometimes.
I mean, how has his run been though?
It's been okay. It's been alright.
He actually won a belt, which was better than his first run in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Got a belt, lost it very quickly. And
we lost it to Ricky Starks, but we know why.
Ricky Saints.
Ricky Saints.
Which, by the way, they are not on the card. Interesting.
Yeah, he's him and Ethan again on Tuesday. Which, by the way, whichever venue they were going to be on Tuesday, they had to cancel it, and now they're going back to the PC because the ticket sales were not good enough.
Yeah, they said they only sold like 1,700 tickets. That's crazy.
And speaking of canceling things, I mean, can we just Just want to mention, WrestleMania got switched back to Vegas.
I gotta believe me. I'll be doing that in Wrestling Rundown this week.
Right.
I'll give you a teaser.
We won't give you
the fans.
We'll give you money in the bank.
I'll blame the fans automatically. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't ever want to hear anybody claim the economy sucks and you ain't have no money. You gave them the biggest payout in WrestleMania history. The biggest one. You would be a fool not to say, y'all, we're not going back there. We're not going to get this money. We're not going back there. I mean, come on.
You know what's messed up about it? I'm part of the subreddit for WrestleMania plans since last year and people had already booked hotels in New Orleans.
That's crazy.
And they're non-refundable at this point.
Wow.
Honey, we're taking a trip.
We're going to New Orleans and we're going to watch WrestleMania from a bar or our hotel room.
That is fucked up. Yeah, that's
this is why people, they start planning a year ahead, and then you kind of have to hold back a little bit. You got to wait.
Yeah, this is another big stumbling block and hiccup with WWE and the way that they doing shit. This is where I tell people I can't defend them. You might think, no, I can't defend the shit that they do, but that's for a later date. So we got Battleground here.
I'll go with the tag champs and Josh Briggs. I mean, they just won the tag belts last month.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's been a month since Stand and Deliver. I mean, in this tag division, start giving me teams, NXT. Let's go, because you just brought Faction up and they're killing it on SmackDown. Time to build this division back up.
Correct.
I'm just gonna go the other way, just to just be a contrarian, and I'll just say I'm going with the Cully. No one, it doesn't hurt anybody here. It's most likely going to be the curtain jerker match anyway, so you're just probably going to see some stuff going on.
Yeah,
so I can see that there. Yeah. Next up, we have for the Women's North American Championship, we have Kalani Jordan going against Sol Ruka. Okay, I barely get to see Sol Ruka around. I hardly ever do when I do watch NXT.
Did you know she's the double champion?
That's what I'm saying. I did not know these things. Like, I don't know. So
she's the speed champion too.
Oh my Lord!
Is she?
Yeah. She beat Candice a couple months ago.
I thought Candice still had it.
Is it fair for me to say that the only thing we know her for is that finisher and that's it?
Yeah, that crazy RKO.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Kalani Jordan's talented too, but it was like, remember my issue with Kalani where they like talk about her athleticism and that she didn't do any of it.
Right.
Like Sol Ruka is the opposite, where she shows like how athletic she is. I think they're building a story with her and Zarya. Zarya, who's the Rhea Ripley copycat. That I mean, because I think Zarya is like she needs to be a heel. She has the look of a monster. Like,
right.
Yeah. Like she should be friends with the beach girl. That like, oh, let's go to the beach, go get tans. It's like, no, bitch, give me your fucking title.
It's true. Like I feel the same way. Yeah.
Let me run through this division.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like it's an odd pairing. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But
I'll go with Sol to retain here.
I'll go with Sol as well. Ari's like,
I don't care. I'll wait till AEW to start talking.
I'm just listening on your opinions right now. Just trying to educate myself.
Next, the match that I'm actually kind of looking forward to, that might be actually a fun one to have. Channing Stacks Lorenzo going up against Tony D'Angelo. This is for the redemption. You never go against the family.
I love the graphics. They never call like Channing Lorenzo. It's like Stacks.
Right.
Just Stacks.
Yeah, because what Italian do we know his name is Channing? Like, come on, let's be for real, guy.
I mean, Channing Tatum?
Is he Italian?
Is he Italian?
I don't know. People in the comments help.
Are
you surprised they broke them up now?
Huh?
Are you surprised they broke them up now and didn't wait till the main roster? At least give them a chance.
I think it's
Does
about
it
time.
You back?
I'm happy to see that. Hopefully, D'Angelo gets his call up finally. Hey, I'm hoping that it happens. The guy's been down there since 2021.
Yeah.
He's been in NXT for that long. My only problem is, will the gimmick translate to the main roster? Can it go over? We kind of saw that kind of thing happening with Enzo and Big Cass. It kind of had that thing, but with this character's a little bit too outdated, maybe. Like, I don't know.
The worst thing I can see for Tony if he goes up to the main roster is like, hey, I need a new family. Otis, Tozawa, Maxine. Let's be the family. That's the worst case in it, because like, instead of being the Alpha Academy, let's be the family.
Right.
Like, then you see a character pretend to be Italian for a couple of months. Like, oh great, this is gonna be the next weird thing to see for a year.
Yeah,
but
get a Nunzio to come around sometime or something like that.
I don't know.
Find a big Vito somewhere. Like, I don't know.
I'll go with Stacks on this one, because I feel like this is definitely Tony's definitely gonna be called up in the summer. So Stacks definitely needs to build himself up in this win.
Yeah, I'll go the same way. I think Stacks need this, and he's going to be the one to now control the family. We got to control the family. So
you know what it is? It's going to be they're going to fight for the right to call himself Don of NXT.
Oh God, I think it's just going to be fun because both these guys actually can work. So I think it's going to be a fun match, but we'll see what happens afterwards. Next up, we have for the TNA World Championship on an NXT card. We have Trick Williams going against the incoming champ, Joe Hendry.
He didn't appear.
I clapped at everything. He appeared.
Is Trick moving along? Is he getting progressively better?
Yes and no. I mean, I think as a babyface, it was definitely really starting to get on my nerves a little bit with whoop that Trick type of stuff.
Right.
But now it's like, now he's a more confident heel where like he knows his ability and he knows like, where like, he's more convincing when he talks. But now it's like, do I need to see him win the TNA World Title now? It's like, it's also like this weird relationship where it's like will it benefit TNA if you take the belt off Joe and give it to Trick? I mean,
I don't see what's the
benefit would be.
What would be the benefit for that? Yeah, like I don't see it. Especially with the following that Hendry has now, like it's just he just came off of WrestleMania. He had a match there, so it's like I don't think you want to squash that momentum right then and there by just doing this surprising finish. So I see Hendry retaining here.
Because the clock is also on Hendry too, because his deal's up when the New Year's up, because like all of us are in agreement. WWE will snatch this dude up. They'll give him all the money he wants. He'll have the Jordan Grace type of thing where like he'll show back up at the Rumble and then he's a WWE official.
Agree.
But for Trick, I mean, he doesn't need this because I think again, like he could be called up. And you know what? Pair him and Mello back up. We need teams, and them two work together great as a team in NXT, and just. You know what? Make Biz their manager. Fuck it. Like Biz Enterprises. Let's see something different. Let's try.
You're not a fan of Awesome Mello? Like you're not a fan of the Awesome Mello pairing?
Fucking hell no. It doesn't work.
Did you?
No, it does not.
Is there any piece of jewelry that is the most gaudiest piece of jewelry that Carmelo is wearing?
That thing is horrendous. Oh my God.
I mean, have you
walking
seen Trick in
around
that
with
big...
Andre the Giant head? What is
It's disgusting.
ugly? It's hideous.
I mean, have you seen the thing Trick walks around with, that big thing with the big sugar, like the basic thugonomics fucking thing he has on?
Oh.
Shit.
That is just tacky beyond belief.
I think a gigantic golden Andre the Giant head will just outrank anything that Trick Williams could ever wear.
I definitely think like he has to. He's supposed to said that. Like, listen, if I win that Andre Battle Royal, I'm gonna fucking pay for that. And somebody WWE said, "Bet we're gonna give you that fucking trophy and that win. I need to see that necklace."
Anytime I will look at it, it's just the face. I'll just wait. It scares me.
It's as big as his head.
Exactly. It's like if he could wear it. It's
ridiculous.
Just the face of a big white Frenchman.
In Spanish, we were like, "Ay, me asustaste." I'm scared. I got scared. So, yeah, I got Hendry winning here.
Hendry should retain.
Right.
This definitely feels like it's just to give Hendry the exposure that they want to build him up into once they have him. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I believe there was a report of him. Both Nemeth brothers are going to be at Worlds Collide too.
Right. Yeah. Next up, which I believe this match might be the match of the freaking night.
If we're talking about the women, this should be the main event.
Yeah. I would have believed that this would have been a main event as well. Stephanie Vacour versus Jordan Grace.
Okay, can we settle this? How the hell? Everybody in WWE has different pronunciations of this woman's last name. It's like Vacker. How do you say this woman's last name?
Vaquer.
Yeah. Like vaquero.
Right.
Vacour. It's like you saying liqueur.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one. Vacour.
Also, I believe it's been 1 year since the day where she did the Forbidden Door show, and then she left and
popped up 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I believe
that show really.
I believe it's been a full year.
Yeah, because Forbidden Door is usually in June, right? So it's about
That's what's come up. I mean, and this woman, when she showed up, she's been at the fucking top for the last 3 months. Like, this has been the fastest push for a woman I think I've ever seen.
I'm here, like, just call her up already.
That's the thing. I'm waiting for her. I mean,
match with EO was class.
We need to see more. I mean, also Jordan too. I mean, she really doesn't need to be in NXT. They both don't need to be in this.
Oh, call them up.
Julia got called up to NXT.
Pull down a couple of them, maybe.
I think they really are afraid of that happening, because then we just spoke about Zelina. Can you imagine if these two come up? It is going to be. Come on.
Listen, it's okay to call down a couple of them if they need a little extra polishing, and maybe she could be one of those that get called back down for a little bit.
True.
I mean, listen, if WWE wants to make the excuse of, like, listen, Zoe got hurt, we need a new face on Raw, I'll be happy to take either of these two.
Hell yeah.
Listen, with the whole Roxanne, the whole Julia thing in place now, you know, people are on notice, and they know, and they're starting to peep it. They're starting to see, like, yeah, things is about to get real in this. We better start getting our shit together. Mm-hmm. And I've been saying it for the longest too. The guard will start changing, and it's not changing fast enough. But we still got to get people in place to start prepping these younger talents up. You know, we still got to get that going. And you know, yeah, when you get a tandem like Stephanie and Jordan, that's right at that precipice to show off. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary for that women's division.
I mean, can we also predict how loud Booker T is gonna go for the spot where Stephanie's bouncing Jordan's face off the like
He's so silly.
And the best was, I think it was a couple weeks ago, Stephanie like pointed at him, and he's like, "Oh, sucky ducky, here we go." But I'm gonna say Stephanie retains it. It's like I said, these two are just main roster ready any day now. It's just gonna be who does Stephanie drop this belt to? Because in NXT, you still have women like Miss Parker, like Jada Parker, Lola Vice. Like, there's still women on the up that are ready to come up.
Right.
I have Vacour have Stephanie winning this year, but I have a feeling some shenanigans will happen where someone is going to interfere and probably cost it for Jordan. I honestly believe that something like that can occur, but I still believe that this is probably going to be the match of the night for that show.
I'll say this now, but I hope to God it doesn't happen. If Tessa Blanchard shows up on the show, it's TNA superstar Tessa Blanchard.
Oh.
Maybe it leads to something for our Worlds Collide. Maybe.
Well, that legit gave me a headache.
Or you know what? Maybe Masha Senators comes out, because maybe Masha.
Masha showed her face at NXT one time, so that could be a possibility.
That was a while ago too. I mean, also Steffi's promoted on that World Collide. If you want to do NXT champion versus TNA Women's champion on that show, do it.
That'd be hot.
Yeah. But
and now we're gonna talk about this weird main event with Oba Femi versus Miles Bourne, where
you talk about a guy who won the lottery twice. That's not fair.
Yeah,
Miles Bourne won the lottery twice.
I don't know if Ari knows, but it's revealed that Miles Bourne and Steffi Vickers are dating.
Oh yes, I saw that. That's the guy that kind of looks like Randy Orton, right?
Yes, the Randy Orton son that doesn't know
the
about.
Illegitimate son.
and
that's a cute couple.
And you know what?
And he gets a shot at the NXT championship.
And this dude is talented for his disability, where he's partially deaf. This dude is fucking talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some clips of him. He's pretty damn good.
And this is definitely one of those times where it's like, let's try and make a start of him now. Because you know what? I mean, like I said, this roster has some people. Wesley, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Ricky Saints. And on this show, they're choosing to go with Miles Bourne to see what he can do against Oba Femi.
Not for nothing, but Randy seems to be having a lot of outside kids because you have Bourne, you have Kyle Fletcher. He's got a lot of
Kyle's another one too.
He's got a lot of kids out there, bro.
Transformed into Randy Orton.
It's kind of
and Miles and when I see him, I see Kyle too.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar look.
I've heard Shelton say that Kyle Fletcher reminds him a lot of Randy, so I mean,
yeah, he does.
I mean, I'm just hoping. I'm hoping for a good performance out of Miles, and because I think Opa's not losing this title anytime soon.
No, they're gonna have to bring in a powerhouse for this. But Oba, it's gonna be Omos.
Do something with Omos, man.
Yeah, they gotta do something with him. But the kid he's on an upswing. I'm not shying away from the fact that there is talent there to be seen with him, to be showcased, and I think he has some time under his belt to make that happen. But clear cut, Oba's got to win here.
Yeah, and also I don't want to see another because he's a part of a faction with Charlie Dempsey. I kind of can see Charlie Dempsey cost him, but NXT needs teams, and the team of Bourne and Tavian Heights is really good too. So
yeah.
Because also too, Charlie Dempsey's been there for a while as well. I mean, there was a list a couple days ago that came out with the women that's been there the longest. Like Wendy Chu's been there for 7 years.
7 years. Exactly. Yeah. She's went through every ideation of gimmicks that you can do at anybody. It's phenomenal. And
Demon Sleep Girl has been there for the longest time.
It kind of feels like how Roddy Strong was there for forever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just it's now that we're on like I said, we're on that precipice of breaking out those stars to get them on the main roster, or they'll be bumped up to the main roster. Is now who's gonna be that's on the come up? Who's gonna be those guys? And I think Miles Bourne has that look for him. Absolutely. From here on out. I
mean, if Randy is embracing him as like my fifth child, I mean, fuck it.
His fucking doppelganger. He's there.
But now we get into AEW Double or Nothing 2025, which is an interesting lineup when we go through it. But
you have the card in front of you, Mike?
Yes, I do. We'll start on the buy-in with Megan Bayne. Megan Bayne and Penelope
Ford. I forgot
Ford.
about these fucking buy-ins, bro. Oh shit.
Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus the team of Anna Jay and Harley Cameron.
Okay. That'll be a fun match.
The story pretty much is how much Harley loves Anna's ass.
And Anna loves Harley's boobs.
It's a weird direction from when Megan Bayne was challenging Toni Storm last month. But I mean, fuck it. You need something until then.
Yeah, rotate, yeah.
Yeah.
I really do think that they're building up to a women's tag division because they're really pairing a lot of women up together. And
we saw Sky Blue and Julia Hart reunite.
Go for it.
They're definitely teasing Willow and Chris. I mean,
yes.
Which fuck it, do it. I mean, WWE can't do it. Well, Tony, try your best. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, let's see what can happen. Let's see it. I think they have potential to have a really great women's division. They have a lot of women on their roster that, I hate to say it, are just kind of in the background. Bring them up.
Right. I mean, I would have Harley pin Penelope in this match to save Megan from eating a pin, and let's give Anna and Harley something. It's entertaining enough.
Yeah, they have great chemistry.
Jay, what do you feel about this?
I'm in agreement with the whole idea of the Megan Bain. We just saw her just go and have a fairly decent or very good showing against Toni Storm to this. Now we're at pre-show. I'm like, okay, but all right, but I do agree that the women's tag title here in AEW is more beneficial and probably be more prestigious than what's happening in WWE. So I believe that they really should inaugurate one soon. It should happen.
Yeah, I know Tony did discuss it in the presser they do before the pay-per-view. And usually, if he's going to talk about it, it may be coming up.
Right.
It may still come up.
And I'll say this for Tony Khan's case, or at least every company outside of WWE, they don't just take the same belt design and make it white just for be different. So
yeah, all their belts look different.
Yeah,
don't make it white.
just the strap color.
Pretty.
Right.
Yeah. But we get on to the official show with a trios match that came out of nowhere. The Paragon, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong take on, they're getting fucked by the Don Callis family. Kenosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, and Josh Alexander.
Great. That's
good. That's good. That's a lot of match potential there. That's gonna be
a lot of broken necks, a lot of
I think it's gonna be a hard hitting as hell match.
Yeah.
No, I believe that definitely.
Great.
If I'm Adam Cole, I'm not getting pinned by any of these three because if any of them pin him, his title reign's over.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Who eats the pin here? Like
Kyle O'Reilly.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah, it has to be Kyle.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up too because the Ring Fanatics talked about on one of their episodes where does the Don Callis family ever get any belts? I go, yeah, outside the company.
Right.
Because you think Kyle Fletcher and Kesha, they're bona fide world champions. I mean, Fletcher is the star of this whole thing that they want to get the world title on eventually,
or something, yeah.
Because I can see the Kesha get the IWGP world title just like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at this. Adam Cole. If any of them pin Adam Cole, his reign is over.
I agree, but it's going to be Kyle.
Yeah.
And if the other team is the one that's losing, I guess it'll be Josh or Takeshita.
Oh yeah, that not for nothing.
I can't see them not winning. I don't know, but I don't care who wins this match. Honestly, it's going to be a fun match to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But to be honest with you, when you look at Alexander, Takeshita, and Fletcher together, it's like
three killers.
Come on, guys. Really, what are you doing here, bro?
This Callis family, man.
That's ridiculous.
And they have the Murder Hawk Monster, they have the Machine, and Mark Davis. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
and then you got the smaller guys too. Don't forget about
oh yeah, they have Roppongi Vice.
Yes, Roppongi Vice.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, Callis family wins this. Got to be.
Yeah.
We'll see the destruction of the Paragon on this show. But next up, we have for the AEW World Tag Team titles, we have the Hurt Syndicate defend against the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara.
So random.
That name is just
the Sons of Texas.
The Sons of Texas.
I must say that I'm very proud of what happened with Sammy Guevara. He's been very low key lately, Everybody, he's been on the up and up. Maybe some maturity has hit him. Becoming a father and such has worked with him.
So, somebody did see a recent clip of him on Ring of Honor where they booed the shit out of him and he told them to shut up.
Oh, yeah.
Were you not sensing my sarcasm?
I was like, you know what? I should have waited because I know you. It's like he's such a great baby face, and like he's really on the fuck. This is not even including what they're doing with MJF, where he's pretty much the Owen Hart in the nation. Like this is
right.
I mean, it's hilarious. Those suits on Dynamite,
fire. I mean,
gold and black. Yeah.
I mean, Hurts must they hurt people.
They're on fire right now. So you cannot take this match away from them. They are definitely legit right now. I gotta take the Hurt Syndicate here.
Oh, absolutely. Do you guys think Cedric may show up?
Eventually, I don't think here.
Well, he did. He's been teasing it. Mm-hmm. He has been teasing it. So
yes. I could kind of see MJF trying to get in the mix of this match.
Yeah.
Maybe even helping her Syndicate win, or trying to, but then Cedric pops up and does something, and they flock to Cedric with all this love that they're not giving MJF, and then you see MJF on the side like.
Yeah, I could see that, or the fact that Bobby calls him in and just tells Cedric, beat the shit out of MJF.
Yeah, down the road.
So I can see something like that happen.
Yeah. Well, MJF, you're not actually in; he's in.
Right.
So, I mean, the Syndicate should be babyface because they're the most overact on the show.
God, yeah.
I'm trying to pull up the image of the.
And all the gimmicks is pretty much just for Brock Lesnar. They just beat the shit out of people and people cheer for them.
Yeah, it's like
that's all they are.
Do it again. One
more time.
Make top fight number 1 fly higher.
Let me see. I was trying to see if I could pull up the suits. It's ridiculous. Fucking MJF was you talk about sticking out. Like, oh, here it goes. Like, really? Yeah, her Syndicate got to pull the W here. That's like that's a need. Look at this.
Flashy as hell.
You give me a second. I would have looked. I would have thought that was Max Caster if I didn't know it was MJF with the way the hair is, and I would have thought it was Max Caster. But
oh my goodness.
Maybe if you squint a little bit.
Right, you gotta and without the weird,
it's a scarf too. The
porn stash that Max Caster got. Porn stash.
I hate that stupid stash.
Yeah,
so gross.
The porn stash. But yeah, her Syndicate definitely gets the win here.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, in a stretcher match, we have Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet.
Ooh, it's gonna be all over the place.
Not for nothing. I show my nephew the phone. Every time I say comes in with the graphics, I show my nephew like who do you think's gonna win? I am not kidding. He pointed at Ricochet and said, "Bald."
But you know what I love? I love that Ricochet tried to call Mark out for being bald a few weeks ago, and now Mark's growing his hair in.
Oh my god, really?
Have you not noticed he's been growing his hair in? He's got a full head of hair now. It's like he was like offended.
I mean,
don't compare me to you.
What I'm trying to wonder is are they doing a stretcher match just because of the Zach Gowen thing? Is that the reason this is a stretcher match?
I don't know.
I believe so.
I can't wait to see the spots with the stretcher though.
Right.
Is this the step where they have to knock the opponent out and push them over the line? Is that stretcher match?
That's that WWE fucking way of the match.
Yeah, this stretcher is going to be in the match. It's going to be the third person.
Right.
What's the Tony Khan stretcher match like?
Right.
Do they get one before, right?
I don't think so.
I think this is the first in AEW history.
Should be interesting. Because I know Mark's definitely going to pull off the Froggy Bow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. It's going to be brutal.
Does he have to restrain him like they do in psychiatric wards? That's how they put him on a stretcher and have
strap him down.
To strap him down. I don't know.
Ricochet needs to win here. If they're pushing him as this arrogant ass heel, he needs to start winning some big matches.
Mark.
Yeah. I gotta say, Mark wins here because in any case, Ricochet still fucking rises to the surface.
Yeah,
like so far, he's been rising to the surface.
You can just imagine the finish, like Ricochet's like taunting to the camera, and all of a sudden you just see Mark's hand just smack him in the back of his bald head, and then he gets knocked out, push the stretcher, and then he wins.
Get the froggy bow. You gotta get that froggy bow. That's how he's gonna win it.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the way to win this match is if you push them over the white line or how they used to do it, but
I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah, that I could say is gonna. We are not gonna be not entertained. Something's gonna happen here.
Yeah, but I got Ricochet.
Alrighty.
Next up, we have FTR taking on Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness.
Yes,
that was an interesting call. I was like, okay, we got Nigel coming from behind the commentary desk. Okay.
Anytime we see Nigel in the ring, it's gonna be a treat.
And also, let's not forget Stokely Hathaway will be in FTR's corner because he's pretty much their new mouthpiece.
Yeah,
forward.
That's some long-term storytelling. Because remember last year the vignette of him watching the tag teams, on the DVDs, and now he finally got his tag team.
Wow, right. Nigel and I are the same age. Wow, looks good.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks good.
He looks good. Still moves good in the ring.
Yeah.
Poor Danny is going to be eating the Shadow Machine to lose.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, I think it's going to be it's going to be interesting to see it because there's a lot of old school style in that in between FTR and Nigel. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do together in the ring.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Nigel who eats the Shadow Machine. I would not be surprised with that.
Just to make sure that Daniel, still stays up.
Yeah, that'll probably be something I would see. FTR for me gets the win here. They need this also because they've been looking bad lately, though. Like their ring work has been a little bit off, so they need to put this match together and showcase it that they're still the best tag teams out there.
It feels like they're trying to have a different approach now that they're heels, a little more aggressive,
right?
And it could be a little too much, especially when he throws himself out the ring the way he does.
Cash.
Oh my god! Every time I'm like, oh dear God, he's gonna kill himself. He's just so reckless with it.
They're definitely in limbo until Edge and Christian get back together. Because I mean, for the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing them just feud with Tony Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness, and Danny's here too.
Cash looks like a piece of lumber when he just throws himself out there like somebody chucking him.
They're not tall men, but they're stocky as hell.
Yeah. So I got FTR getting the win here.
Mm-hmm.
Next up for the Continental Championship, we got Kazuchika Okada defending against Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yes.
Another fun match.
Oh, I can't wait to see this match.
Another fun match.
It's gonna be so damn good.
Once again, like I always say about AEW, it doesn't matter the path they took to get there, but the path that but the match that got us there. That's all that matters.
Right.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. So this was gonna be hard hitting. There's gonna be some kicks delivered, definitely, and Okada wins, but it's not gonna be a bad loss to Mike Bailey.
No, he's been showing out. I'm so happy he's been getting consistent TV time and great matches, and I'm happy for him, man. He's so good. And he's such a nice guy,
This is the benefits of AEW saying, you know what, goodbye Alistair, goodbye Ricky, goodbye Miro. I can bring in a Speedball, and this dude is fucking putting in the work.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
That's also he's getting consistent TV time too, but
and everyone loves him.
Yeah, very likable guy from what I hear from everybody.
Yeah, he's a doll.
Next up, we have the AEW Women's Championship as Timeless Toni Storm defends against Mina Shirakawa, where it's always funny when the outsider gets a championship match and then a week later they officially sign with the company.
Yeah.
It's always like those weird little things, but I mean, we knew Mina was going to come over, but timeless Tony Storm should retain here. There's no debate on this, right?
Yeah.
I might be on the opposite end of this one.
Really?
I believe that they really want to
Push
they
me.
want to put the rocket on her back. Yeah, I really do.
They should.
And I think they're lining that up for her. Yeah, I really believe that.
If they're doing women's tag belts, I mean, Mina and Mariah would be our favorites.
I was gonna say, like, do we think we'll see a Mariah pop up? I mean, it's a perfect opportunity to do it between the two women of her life.
Right. That's why I said something's gonna happen here. I believe that. So. Yeah. So I think that Toni Storm drops the belt here and we get a new champ.
Yeah, because I don't think Mariah's going anywhere.
No.
So
I'm gonna say Tony retains because I think when we're gonna talk about the Owen Hart finals. I mean, I think isn't Owen next month?
Yes.
It's on
July.
No, in July. Sorry, it's in July. Yeah.
Okay, so we have another month to go.
Right.
Another month.
Okay.
At least, yeah.
But I'm going with Tony. But let's talk about the women's Owen Hart final where we have Mercedes Moné takes on Jamie Hayter. And the winner goes to All In and challenges for the women's world title.
Yeah. This is why I'm saying that Tony might drop that belt because I know the fanboys are going to want to see Mercedes go for the title, but it's not going to be against Tony. So I think that's what the fanboys would want to see.
Nina?
Yeah. That's probably their big match that they're going to call for. As for Hayter's been yeah, listen. I've never seen a bad match from Jamie Hayter. I'm just hoping it doesn't happen tonight.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I personally, I actually would love to see Jamie get this win because if Tony does retain and they could pick up, where they left off a couple of years ago before Jamie got hurt and have a title, maybe even give the title back to Jamie because she was a phenomenal champion.
Yeah.
I would love to see her have another run again at this belt, especially when Tony's built up this belt so much. Yeah. I don't know.
Mercedes already dropped one of her belts, right?
She's 3 belts now, yeah.
The picture, actually, the new Japan
strong belt, yeah. Yeah, she needs to start dropping more belts.
Well,
she's doing great, but
I do think eventually the big match will be Mercedes versus Tony because it's going to make the two of the biggest women wrestlers they have on the roster. But a win for Jamie means that we do get the rematch with her and Tony. And I think, like you mentioned, there's a lot of story to go on. Because I mean, you come Jamie be like, where the hell did this Tony come from? Was the old Tony type of thing? Because if all in 2 months, you have a month to do some stories with them, and also I think Mercedes will drop the TBS title at All In to hopefully Athena. That's who they choose.
I love that.
But I mean, the way that when Mercedes went up to she hasn't been beaten yet in AEW, kind of screamed like, "Okay, you're losing. Why would you mention that unless you're not?"
Right.
But for what I want to happen, I want Jamie to win.
Mm-hmm.
So that if we got Storm and Jamie and Mercedes and Athena at All In.
Yeah, I would love that.
2 women's championship matches on an AEW pay-per-view. You can do it, Tony.
Yeah, why not? Especially on their WrestleMania, right? Because that's their WrestleMania, All In.
Pretty much.
Make it big.
So yeah, I'm going Mercedes here. You guys
go with Hayter.
We're hoping for Jamie.
We're hoping. Yeah, exactly.
And next up,
we're gonna talk about the men's Owen Hart Foundation Cup tournament final, where the winner will challenge the AEW World Champion. Does anybody know who the world champion is? We don't see graphics. We don't see the belt ever.
The belt that's never seen.
Hangman Adam Page versus Will Ospreay.
God, this match is gonna be so good.
Right.
And this is honestly, I don't know how I can't call this match.
It's definitely one of those things like you can't go wrong with either of them.
Exactly. Like I would not be mad if with whoever wins or loses. I won't.
So I would take Hangman to win here because it'll be like the prodigal son has returned to get his title that he worked hard 3 years to get in the early of the stages of AEW. So it's basically him coming back and bringing the prestige back to the title.
Yes.
But at the same time, God, Ospreay against fucking Moxley for the belt, like that is definitely gonna be hard hitting shit. So, like I said, there's no wrong answer here, but I'm gonna go with Tony because I know Tony is a story guy. I'm gonna go Hangman here.
Wow. Because the thing is with Hangman, the story of like his redemption of him going dark to now going back towards the light, him being the savior.
And he had a shitty championship run. He had a shitty title run.
Right.
Yeah, he had a shitty title run.
Right.
He never should have lost that belt.
Right.
Right. No, you're right. I mean, the first title reign was like the big win over Omega was the best part, but then everything else afterwards, it's pretty much Tony didn't know what to do afterwards. That was the problem. Where it's the funny thing with the story where Tony writes that the company is being held hostage by John Moxley and his group of friends. Because with Hangman, he's pretty much been AEW loyal through and through.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all know one day Ospreay will win the world title. It's a guarantee at this point.
Absolutely. Like they don't have to put it on him now.
It's just that also too like it's rare to see Ospreay lose, but I do think for the second time, at least for his AEW run, he will lose. I got Hangman winning this and going to all in the face. And it's also like I know he's not. I don't think he's from Texas, but he's a fucking cowboy. What's a cowboy? It's a cowboy
thing to do.
Yeah. I mean, I always said if anybody's gonna beat Moxley, I would love it to be Hangman because he has been such a VIP, and throughout, like he's just been putting on these shows and these matches, and his character development has been one of the best we've seen throughout all of wrestling in the last couple of years. So let's do it. Put it on him.
Well,
and Ospreay won't lose anything from losing in this match because he can get the title shot later on.
And it's in Phoenix, Arizona, which is also could be known as a cowboy kind of town as well. So it could happen.
Oh, the crowd reaction is going to be split for this.
Definitely.
Like I said, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's just going to be interesting to see what they do with Ospreay the next couple of months. But I mean, they've been good to him ever since they brought him in.
Yeah, I mean, anything he does it turns to gold. It turns to gold. So we're good. He's good. He won't lose anything from losing this match.
And now we get to the real main event.
That's when the real fun begins.
This is when shit will hit the fan. Because it's anarchy in the arena as, team number 1. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Willow Nightingale.
Love it.
And the AEW Trios champions, the Ops, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Katsuyori Shibata, take on the Death Riders of the AEW World Champion John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Marina Shafir. Oh, Jesus, Lord in hell. Marina Shafir main events in AEW pay-per-view, and they're teaming with the Young Bucks.
Aren't they missing somebody?
I'm not going to hate on Marina. Hate on Marina.
Moxley, Claudio, Marina, Wheeler, and the Bucks.
Yeah, 6.
It's 6-on-6.
Oh, I thought I saw a graphic that it said it was like there was somebody missing.
No. Well, everybody thought
a Gabe Kidd who's gonna get involved.
Right. But which of the things too is like we know who Gabe Kidd was, but it's like everybody who's not who's a casual was like, who the fuck is that guy from New Japan?
But AEW fans, are they casuals?
I mean, we'll see. I mean,
I don't think they're casuals. No.
Yeah, they're not casuals. They know who he is. He's popped up several times, recently. He had a match with Mark Briscoe. Yeah.
I'm just hoping that they don't play the damn music through the whole match.
Did you? But you saw they put the music on during their little brawl at Dynamite. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I hope they don't do this shit.
I mean, I also hope that the lead singer is not wearing blackface like he did the other years ago.
Oh, damn, that was awful. Oh my god, that was so
terrible.
bad.
So terrible.
This is so. Everybody's been talking about how this has been part of those like traditional matches they do every year, like the Royal Rumble. This is AEW's traditional yearly Anarchy in the Arena.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Survivor Series, maybe. Like,
yeah, and now the women are involved too.
I love it.
I think the women can can clash with the men because I mean, I would be all for Willow beating the shit out of Wheel Unit all fucking match. I don't care.
Yeah, they could use weapons on the men. Why not? I am excited to see this.
Well, Willow gotta get her. She gotta get her get back on Moxley, don't she?
Yes, she does.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you're gonna definitely see her like grab some balls and start twisting because that's gonna be the
dick twist.
And then you're gonna be hoping and praying that God Marina doesn't botch or do something stupid.
No, because she'll just do her strong woman stuff, chokeholds, and use she's gonna grab who's the smallest guy on the damn.
Can't say Shibata, no.
Shibata, yeah, but whatever. Her Shibata could go at it for a little bit.
She starts choking Kenny Omega out.
Yeah, she starts beating up Kenny.
Maybe she'll do better with her style with the men.
She's fighting.
You know, because she's pretty aggressive.
Where's Shayna Baszler?
I was just about to say that, Mike. I was gonna say, yo, they need to switch that out.
I see Chris starting to becoming the. Oh. I'll keep her out of this.
Brother AJ, what's up, babe?
Yeah, I'll keep her out of this. If another woman will join Death Riders, it's going to be Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, let's get Shayna Baszler in there. That's the easiest one for me.
No compete cause holds us out. Her and Maria
but,
attacking.
I mean, I would have Team AEW win this.
Mm-hmm.
Her friends will, but she's already said this. It's over. I mean,
yeah,
I know what you're saying, but for this, I definitely think Cape Kid has got to rear his ugly head back up.
And with that being said, do you think Eddie Kingston may show up because he's got to get his lick back too on Gabe Kidd from the New Japan?
Oh well, he said he's been working the rings. He's back in the ring. He's rehabbing, so he said he's on his way.
That would be a baby step and a half if he pops up.
I mean, just to see him run down the ring with the gasoline, like I'm here to fuck it all up.
I'm gonna take the Death Riders with the Young Bucks to win here, but God, I would love to see fucking Wheeler Yuta eat the pin. Like I just want to see that happen, and let it be Willow Nightingale pinning him. Like let that be it.
I would freaking love that.
Kingston could show up if Gabe Kidd gets it. I mean, pretty much, yeah.
That's what I would love to see.
I mean, this is Anarchy in the Arena. Anybody and everybody could show the fuck up.
Somebody's gonna jump out of a concession stand where the hot dogs are and fucking hit them over the head.
I love it. Set somebody on fire again.
Let me throw this name out there if he shows up. Bryan Danielson.
Well, he has said that that door looks like is getting closer to happen for his retirement. So I'm not sure whether or not that'll be a possibility. I like more the Kingston Gabe Kidd thing happening though.
Yeah.
Because I know Gabe was like, "Fuck no, I'm not signing with AEW." But
I mean, Hook as well. If Hook makes his return,
is he injured for real?
I have no idea. I don't know because the Death Riders did take him out,
right? And they took out Shibata, but he's already back. So
not for nothing. If this is Anarchy in the Arena and the Death Riders have been killing the roster for the past couple of months, shouldn't the whole AEW roster say
everybody should come out,
just come out, and kill them?
Right, the whole roster should be in this match. It should be everybody. They're all tired of this shit.
This can go any direction. I'm here for it. This whole show just feels like a fun show.
I want to see who gets chased with a fucking golf cart or some shit. Like it's gonna be one of those things. But as long as once again, don't play the music during the match. Just let's not have that.
Well, it depends on whose music would you want to play.
Right.
Yeah, have they made any kind of alluded to who's going to be the theme for this?
No, I don't think so. They haven't made an announcement. He usually does it like last minute.
Yeah,
he'll share it.
I'm looking at everybody in the roster, like in the match. Nobody has like a theme song that you would be like, okay, you can play that for the first 10 minutes.
Right.
It was like no.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't like Wild Thing where Wild
Swerve.
Thing would play like
Okay, Swerves.
Swerve.
Yeah, maybe.
And Nana just dancing the whole time.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, Nana.
God, I love Nana so much.
He's on the top of a speaker just
throwing coffee cups.
exactly. Speaking of which, that motherfucker owes me a coffee. I gotta get one from him. So
It's just coffee.
yeah.
I
don't even drink coffee. I just want to have it. I don't even drink it. I just want to have the packet. You, my friend, you will get a coffee. So I want to thank you guys for checking in. Thank you guys for watching and was part of the show. We've been on for hour 30. Shit. Yeah. Almost as long as fucking Double or Nothing. It'll be on. So, guys, what you got upcoming? What's coming down the line for History and Headlocks?
We're gonna have a new episode coming out soon where we're talking about what would be the right term to use, Ari, for what we're talking about?
Gay wrestlers in wrestling.
That's it. The LGBTQ community in wrestling, man.
LGBTQ in wrestling.
We're going to be joined by indie wrestler who we interviewed a while back, Era Spiral, to talk about with her experiences and her take on the whole thing. So that'll be our next episode of History of Headlocks.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Make sure you check us out on all the social media outlets. Check us out on the liking group pages on Facebook. Make sure you check us out on the Instagram at Turnbuckle Tab, as well as on the TikTok at Turnbuckle Tab. And also be sure you check out all the YouTube outlets for here at Turnbuckle Tab, as well as on New York Wrestle Media. Like, subscribe, be a part of the vibe of everything that goes down, but not only wrestling, but other content that goes on the network as well. I'll be playing more video games. I'll just release the Precinct. You guys can do the watch along on that. It's actually a fun game if you want to be police. And I'm going to be starting to do more getting into the WWE Universe mode. We're going to be checking in on that. I might have the Keith do commentary with me. That would be hilarious. We'll check out how that goes. But other than that, guys, as always, thank you for checking in. And as always, like I said, check you guys in a sec. Got to close it out, guys.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.